Welcome to Mezun TV. We are in DC at ATC's offices, American Turkish Council offices, and I have the President and CEO, Howard Beasey, next to me. Hi, Howard.
Hi, how are you, Ali? Thank you so much for being here today.
Welcome to our show, and we are in your offices, so thank you for being in our show.
Absolutely. Happy to be here and very excited about many of the upcoming things that the ATC is doing, and so thank you for being here today to highlight some of those.
Exactly, and we are excited to learn about those, but let's start with ATC. What does American Turkish Council do, and when was it founded? Why was it founded?
So the American Turkish Council has been around since 1983, and it's been around in a couple of different variations, and it reflects the growth in economic relationship, cultural relationship, and strategic relationship between the United States and Turkey. Back in 1983, it was founded by a group of diplomats, former diplomats, and U.S. military service personnel who had served in Turkey, found the hospitality and just the wonder that Turkey is to be so intoxicating that they felt like they had to really foster that relationship and grow it. As it came along then, it became one of friendship and partnership to one of business relationships. So today the ATC is a bilateral business council focused on developing the economic and investment relationship between the United States and Turkey. We focus in about 15 different sectors, business sectors currently, and we're excited about the explosion in the Turkish economy over the last 15 years, just the breadth of it all, and so we're really excited about our opportunities in the future as it relates to Turkey and growing the relationship to the potential that exists.
And now you are organizing a summit, U.S.-Turkey Innovation Summit.
Correct.
And that's very exciting as well. It's coming on July 21st in Boston.
Correct.
And can you elaborate on that summit?
What we call the ATC Summit Series. Back in February this year, we hosted something called the U.S.-Turkey Investment Partnership here in Washington. Very successful event highlighting investment opportunities between the United States and Turkey. This is the second in that series, ATC Summit. We call it Innovation Summit. We talked about research and development, these sorts of ideas, and we came to this term of innovation because, as you, I'm sure, are aware, following Turkey and Turkey's economy, this past year in 2015, December timeframe, the Turkish government announced this really comprehensive R&D growth incentive package. So we as the ATC, in an effort to benefit our members and talk about exciting opportunities, said, hey, this is something we really need to get involved with. So we set about organizing the Innovation Summit. We have some great sponsors, the likes of the Turkish Consulate in Boston, ISBAT, the Prime Minister's Economic Promotion Agency, DFA Engineering, Uber, all these sorts of companies are coming on board as sponsors. We've got a great lineup of speakers, and we're really, really excited about going to Boston, the center of innovation on one of the centers, certainly in the United States, but certainly the center of innovation on the East Coast here in the U.S. And we think it's a perfect venue, set at Harvard University. So we're very, very excited about the 21st.
Yeah, and that is going to be the first innovation summit of ATC, right?
Correct, yeah. First ever. The summit series, as we call it, is really just a series of one-day issue-based events where we bring in the top experts in whatever subject we're talking about, in this case innovation, and they come in and they talk about the opportunities. It's a networking opportunity. There's so much that we can elaborate on this with Turkey. A couple of points on Turkey. Turkey spent about $6 billion last year to incentivize the growth of its research and development ecosystem in Turkey. They spend about little more than 1% of their GDP on incentivizing the innovation space and research and development. About half of that goes to the private sector. The other half is to higher education and government institutions. So Turkey is serious about this. They have an innovative, young population, tech-savvy. It sits in the middle of a $25 trillion regional economy with a population of about 80 million people. Turkey, is really at the center of a great area and growth market for the world economy.
30% of that 80 million is under 18.
Correct.
And that's a great future for Turkey, because if we understand as Turkey and American here, Turkish Americans, being in the United States, being at the where everything comes on play and technology and innovation, actually I believe Turkish Americans and Turkish young populations can really add a lot to this world by being tech savvy, open to innovation, open to technology. So these type of summits, we are very excited about them, because bringing people together, especially with those type of speakers that you have in the summit, this will be really making a huge impact on Turkish American young populations and Turkish people who would like to come to US or learn about innovation. So we really are very excited. But on that note, I would like to ask you, Howard, who are those speakers? A few of them, so that our viewers would know who will be there in Boston, at Howard University in July 21st.
Well, two of our biggest that we think are Professor Daron Acemoglu. He's a very exciting thinker, thought leader in the innovation space up there. We also have Professor Negroponte out of MIT, who runs their MIT Innovation Center, that's coming over to speak. So we really do have some of the heavy hitters in this industry worldwide, not just as it relates to Turkey and the U.S., but worldwide. And as you point out, Turkey and its young population and its entrepreneurial spirit is really figuring out how to promote a startup culture, how to promote an innovation ecosystem. And so part of what this summit is about is creating a sustainable, long-lasting innovation ecosystem. As you, I'm sure, would agree, the U.S. Is at the forefront of that, whether it's Silicon Valley, out in the San Francisco Bay Area, or, as I mentioned, Boston here on the East Coast. The U.S. is committed in not only sectors like defense, ICT, pharma, and healthcare to this, but growing its higher education capability in Turkey, because that supports the lasting ecosystem in R&D. If you have the education institutions that can produce those high quality both master's and doctoral students on a regular basis, then you can support an indigenous ecosystem in research and development.
How can someone register for this event?
It's very simple. You go to atcsummit.org. You can register right there. It's $150 to register for the day-long summit. Includes a lunch in there. There's a networking summit at the end, hosted by the Turkish consulate at the Turkish Consular General's residence afterwards. So a lot of great opportunities. It's summertime in Boston. Boston's a beautiful city, yes, if you've never been. So I would encourage you to put it into your summer vacation plans if it works for you.
So it's a one-day event.
Just a one-day event.
Starts in the morning. Correct. Goes till the evening and goes to the residence of the CG of Turkey. That's right. There, and that's $150. And atcsummit.org is where any viewer of ours can register for this unbelievably great event. So, Howard, anything you would like to add?
No, again, just thank you so much for highlighting this and highlighting what the ATC does. The ATC prides itself on what you call dostluk in Turkish. It's a close friendship, a close relationship that we feel is very important, not only to our member companies, but to the region, to the U.S. and its security, economic and strategic security around the world. So we're here committed and dedicated to supporting the relationship that exists between the U.S. and Turkey and growing it and making it more vibrant here in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching us. We'll be together again on another show.